Hi, chat. Welcome in, everyone. Hello, Twitch, YouTube, Kick. How y'all doing? Happy Wednesday to you. Happy Ingredient Challenge Day. Cornbread. So tonight, going to be doing dinner and dessert using cornbread as an ingredient. Dessert, pretty straightforward. I'm going to try for the first time ever to make cake pops using cornbread. Cornbread pops. And then for dinner, going to do both a Caesar salad with cornbread croutons and a croque madame using cornbread as the bread. So that's the plan for tonight. Let's make some coffee. Oh my god, is that noise from the music? It's a little bit off of the stove, but I don't think it's the stove I'm hearing. Hi, Bonds. Should have swirled that earlier. Should have swirled that earlier. Does it have ground beef, corn, and let's say tomatoes maybe? Yeah, that's in the ballpark. Isn't it strange that we use the term in the ballpark as to meaning somewhat close? You know, like it could pass. But when it comes to baseball, in the ballpark is not really a great thing. I mean, I know you can't really hit them out of the ballpark anymore either, but I've made it on stream before. It's pretty good. You just take like salt cod, which there's a lot. They sell it in like a brick at a time, most typically. You soak that in water like overnight, a couple of days maybe even. You get all the major salt out of that salt cod. I mean, it's just caked in salt when you get it. And then you mix it up with mashed potatoes, essentially. Or a really fine puree of mashed potatoes. I don't remember when I made that on stream, but I do remember making it on stream. That was on the menu at the Hollywood Wine Bar I worked at. Welcome in, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Cheers to you. Cornbread. Store-bought cornbread. Who likes some cornbread? Do you like cornbread, chat? Because this would be a perfect way to get your aggression out on cornbread that you don't like. Sadly, that cornbread had already suffered a fatal crack through the center of it, carrying it through the store, because this is in no way capable of holding just the cornbread's weight. Alright, now that we've done that, that was fun. I think we're going to do sour cream. I have sour cream, so... And it's probably enough. Yeah. Or lemon, or, not lemon. Or, you can put a little lemon in there too, actually, but, or vanilla. Most of the time this is done with just store-bought frosting. I couldn't stomach buying a thing of frosting for this. I might make a second batch of frosting here. I certainly have enough cornbread to do a second batch. But we'll see how much the other experiment with this tonight, other than just making our cornbread cake pops. I'm trying out candy dip. I actually haven't opened this up to see what's inside of this. I've never... Thank you for the cheer. Thank you, Zeke. Very interesting interior. Instead of like molding chocolate or candy chocolate, we'll try this out. It's supposed to be a bold red color. We'll see if it tastes like food coloring. There's something wrong with that. That's not quite. It's not quite straight, chat. I know it's not like a pull cube, but it's sort of upsetting. Just be throwing these on parchment. Again, this is my first time attempting to make cake pops here, chat. So, I mean, aside from it being cornbread and not cake, please let me know if I'm doing anything just devastatingly wrong here. Maybe we have some cake pop experts in the chat. That one wants to fall apart, so that one needs to be molded a little bit more, I guess. You could do them savory too, Zeeks. That'd be pretty awesome. You could also be a little more fancy about this, maybe, and have properly baked cubes of cornbread that you wrap with a more frosting-like exterior and then dip. This one needs a bit more squeeze. Yeah. Like, I'm trying to keep, not absolutely destroy the cake texture here, but I'm sort of having to in order to get them to be hold together. I just worry that with this candy dip stuff, they're just gonna like dissolve in it. I guess we could put a quick chill on them. That would help seize them up a bit. You could even mince up, yeah, you could even mince up a little bit of kale or maybe a little bit of okra. And see, this one just sitting here is falling apart. This thing said considerably more cake pops in this, so maybe see if we can double this here. And toss this in at that. And we'll do second one of these. Oops, we need to... Yep, bourbon sour cream frosting. Can't approve. Skipping the bourbon in the second batch here, though. Maybe we'll do some vanilla. Gives you a good idea of what's in those cans at the store, too. I mean, and they're using cheap fat to make it. Like, you know what I mean? Now, these too large, too small for cake pops. I've only ever seen them at Starbucks. Like, I haven't had a kid, so I haven't seen, like, I assume they've been a hot thing in, as far as bringing in things for kids and... Michael, did you win, like, last night? I didn't think it was excluding old winners. Don't have that clicked. I'm gonna start with coffee here. Hi JK. Welcome in. And because it's already running, I can't edit it. I apologize for that. I don't know, we can either restart it. What do we think here, chat? Ah, they just all rolled off. That bad boy is plenty large for this. That last one was... That's when you know you got a handle in there good. This one's sinking. Oh, this one is now touched. But both of these had staying power. Those two, they just immediately tilted the ball down. I'm going to throw these in the freezer for a quick moment just to hopefully congeal up those fats a little bit, if only from my hand warming them up. Hey QSC, did I say hi to you earlier? I thought I did. Welcome in, welcome, welcome. Alright, so we've got that and that. Let's put this powdered sugar away. Thank you for the follow there. I don't know how long ago that was, but I missed it. How we doing over on Kick? I'm not great on keeping up to date on Kick, everyone. I apologize for that. I have to keep track of it separate because I'm not buying or using a whole nother bot. Sort of in too deep on this one. Okay, for savory end of things here. No, let's do the dip and let's get these wrapped up. To melt. Remove lid and safety seal. Done. Microwave tub at 50% power or defrost setting for 1 minute. Stir thoroughly in container. Return to microwave, stirring at 30-second intervals. Stirring at 30-second intervals? Cooking at 30-second intervals, maybe? Until smooth and completely melted. My microwave is a little overpowered. So we're going to give it power level 40. Waiting on the microwave. That did nothing. Wait, did I misread that? Or is it 30 seconds from here on out and it was more in the beginning? Oh, it was for a minute to begin with. Well, we're definitely giving it more than a minute, though. Put it in there for another minute and a half. Refresh my memory, which one is fairy bread? Is that the agar water? Oh, with butter and sprinkles, the sort of European, or at least from my knowledge or introduction, breakfast item for kids. I'm sure I've had that at some point. Going to try and not stain my cutting board red here tonight. Said to give it 30-second intervals afterward. I just put it in 30 seconds at whole power. I mean, I think they have meant at low power still. Well, it's definitely more melty. Nope, that needs to be a little bit thinner. Yeah, that needs to be a little bit thinner. A little bit warmer. My finger's gonna be red for a week now. Hey, Farrell. It's really weird trying to talk when the microwave is going. I don't know if you can hear me properly. It seems like captions can. But when the microwave is going, it certainly messes with my feed here. and so I hear my monitor back at what I'm seeing in like bits and bit pieces. Oh, it's so hard to talk when the microwave is working. Oh, dad joke. This is still not like this is gonna like fall apart in this. Something. Like maybe I should have gotten a container of frosting just to get these coated. I don't see how you're getting close to the numbers they say with this. I'm gonna get like 3 of these. Yeah, like it's gonna fall apart in here. We're gluing it together. See if any of these, like this is small, it might handle this. I don't think this is how this is supposed to work, chat. Everything going to plan, Chop. Everything's going to plan. Thank you so much for the resubs. Space does Gum and Nan Reader. I'm gonna come back to you. I gotta deal with this candy dip. This is enough candy dip for the thing said like 12 to 15. Meatballs are red. Ah, true QSC. But I was referring to Bun saying that she doesn't like red ball-like substances. I'm just putting the sprinkles on there for the hell of it. At this point, I think I'm going to absolutely cheese these. See if we can't squeeze a few extra out if I do it this way. That one could almost maybe pass. So pending that this doesn't stick to the parchment, I think we might actually have a way of doing this here. And I only got a little bit of red dye all over my hand. Not gonna risk them rolling off this time and being funny about it. We'll sprinkle these last two over here. Painting with frosting. So what do you think, chat? Is this going to taste like red food coloring? Well, you live, you learn. You realize this is the way I probably should have done it from the beginning. Rather than, like, I'm just gonna dip it in the bowl. I did make the conscious choice of red over pink or blue. Or white or brown. A community goal for painting? No, I'm not a painter. I'm not a painter. I took some drawing classes in community college I went to before I went to Culinary Institute. But no. That was more like, here, learn to draw a circle. That's like, that's about all I got out of that class. Drawing is nothing but circles. So we'll let those cool down and solidify up a bit, and we'll see if they pull off of the parchment there. Important thing to note, mention Michael pointing out, welcome in Michael, pointing out that spinach in Spanish, what one country calls, or one ethnicity, one culture, language calls spinach, and another calls spinach, most certainly are not the same thing. I learned that very hardly when I went to China, where the spinach there, if you ask them for spinach, you look for spinach, they have spinach. You know, it's like the giant hardy greens that we grow here. And so you don't even cook it the same, you don't even treat it the same. We need to get back to Space Does Gaming. Hopefully you're still around here. And Nan Reader, pull up the Discord here. I need your input. on next month, what type of cake should I make for my birthday? Carrot cake with cream cheese? Chocolate cake with chocolate frosting? Brownies with frosting? Boston cream pie? Yellow cake with strawberry frosting? I see a brownies vote. Thank you, Nanometer. We'll leave it there and add Space Dust Gaming. Okay, back to food. We have to sort of determine what's going to be the best part of this to make into our sandwich, and which part is going to be the croutons. I'm thinking what if I toast? It's not going to make it any hold together anymore, buns. That's part of the challenge with this dish for tonight, is keeping this as essentially two pieces here. That stayed together than I thought. No, if I wanted this to hold together more, you wanted more egg in the binding or more binders of some form. I just put the toaster away, chat. I just put it away. But thankfully I did put it away somewhere where it was relatively easy to get back out. This is definitely on the cakier side of cornbreads, by the way, here, chat. This pre-made, store-made. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm relatively certain that it's probably sweeter too. I can sort of tell just by how sticky the top of it is that there's sugars involved here. Which means it's likely or potential to toast a bit funky. So this, doing our croutons on here, well, this was chain supermarket, but not a major chain supermarket. And I tossed the labels. But I'm going to toast these up as large croutons for our salad. Let's see here. We want this on broil. We want it a little less than toast. But we want it warm enough that it's going to do some color here. So 375-ish, according to, not 375, but 375. Yeah, Publix is a bit larger than I was thinking for this. Where am I going to put this? Where am I going to hold those? Maybe cutting that ahead of time was a mistake at this point. Are you kidding me, paper? You can't slide underneath that? Please keep in mind that we're going to have all sorts of cheese and sauce and other stuff to hold this together somewhat. So hopefully that is the second to last time I have to move that. What's the major chain out here? We have several out here. I think we've got an Albertsons or two, but we've definitely got Ralph's and Safeway. We have Lucky's. We have but Sonoma County's also got Oliver's, which is just to Sonoma County. It's got 3 or 4 locations. Which is where tonight's stuff came from. But Safeway, I've also got several farm stand markets that I love to hit up. Which is great. That's another thing here in Sonoma County, that they have a fair number of those that have just sort of grandfathered themselves in. They would never be legal today. They're like open air markets. Which is different from the roadside stand markets that are completely illegal. Actually, they're even as bold as just setting up right outside of Home Depot these days. It used to be they stuck to the rural, roads that are sort of like off the beaten path but still got lots of traffic. Yeah, I'm relatively certain there's some sugar involved here. I will. You missed all the fun with the cake pops. These were the last two and the closest to looking like actual cake pops. Guess where we started? Yeah, a little bit, probably. I don't know, I haven't looked. Very faintly. Like, I don't know if the camera would even pick up the difference between my hand being somewhat red right now. But, like, yeah, it's not even picking it up. There's a little bit, like, in here in the hue of my hand. I can see it's a little different from normal. Of course, I'm still apparently recovering from pinching my hand, like, I don't know, that was like a week ago now. I don't even remember how I did it. I just like woke up in the morning and there was a pinched piece of skin in my hand. And we're ditching you. I'll ditch you too. Romaine. See if I can get this cut without burning cornbread. Nope, I'm burning the cornbread. Not really, but it got a little toasty on one of them. That one got a little toasty. Zoom right. Zoom right. And be like the rest there. Otherwise it would have been higher and cooking hotter. Over on the cutting board. Been doing less sugar in my coffee, chat. I've been doing no sugar in my coffee. I'm still doing a little bit of cream. Like, everyone asks me if you want room for cream, and I say no because I want like maybe an ounce of cream. And if you say room for cream, sometimes they'll give you like 40% of a cup. But I do a little bit of cream, and I haven't been doing any sugar in my coffee in the morning. Still doing sugar in my coffee here at home though. But when I've been going out, I've been doing sugar-free just because I'm also doing, you know, different coffees. I want to taste what the coffee's like as it is. Let's see, is this thing... Oh, those sort of lift off. I don't want to turn it upside down with the sprinkles in the salad, but those pulled away from... I didn't do great on coverage on that one. Toasting all my bread again, forgetting it. Where's Ozzy to complain that I'm burning my bread? They're croutons though, we're supposed to sort of toast them a little bit. Zoom right. Calling that one done. The rest of these can use a bit more. If this side hasn't hardly gotten anything, I'm going to flip this tray. Like that. Over on the cutting board. Over on the cutting board. Bread, mashed potatoes, rice, staples of the take home for the cook's food. Like, that's perfect right there. I'm going to take that one as done. having to keep an eye on the croutons here. We're that's sort of the problem with making croutons is unless you get the conveyor belt with the built-in perfect timing and perfectly cut cubes that are all exactly the same size for that conveyor belt, it gets a little rough. What I'm ditching here. That got more water on the board. Just showing you 1 second what I was ditching than putting that thing over there the whole time before. I'm tired, Chad. I don't know why. I shouldn't be. I gotta wake up tomorrow and go to an appointment. Me. It's not even a fun one. It's one where... yeah. I don't mean that it's not a doctor's thing. It's... I have to take this tool to get calibrated. This is almost like it didn't even cook. This one's on the edge of being done there, but I would think the cake pops are always mentally draining. Sounds like lots of crying, Michael. Sorry to hear that. How we doing tonight, chat? Have I asked you how you're all doing tonight? I hope you're all doing wonderful on this wonderful Wednesday. Yes, I repeated wonderful twice. How wonderful. decent coffee this morning. Feel sorry for the operator because she has no clue what she's doing as far as a coffee house operator, but decent cup of coffee. Good walk. Am I making my own dressing? I've made my Caesar dressing in the past. I'm cheating tonight. Not sure what you're referring to, Buns. Ditch that little bit of cornbread. No, that was Zeke's new outfit. Not mine. Don't get that confused. I'll give this a rinse off too. So we got that going. Got that set. We got these lovely croutons ready to go. They hold a bit together a bit more after you toast them, regardless of me saying the buns that they wouldn't, but I didn't want it like that for this, so next we gotta make our sauce. Get rid of the crumbs here. Correct. We're using an egg for on top. And unlike last time, I used a local cheese last time. This time I'm using like this song. Oh yeah, they'd be great in that. Saving some cheese for the top and bottom of the cornbread. Heat on over here. Mornay sauce time. Over on the stove. Zoom right. Thank you. Thank you, Zeeks. Gifting that sub. What vote can I get for you in the Discord? Zeeks? Well, I work on my rear over here. Carrot cake. Forbidden wet sand. Buns! Thank you for the resub. I need to get some milk in here. I missed that. What was that? Carrot with the runaway Start. Thank you, Buns. Thank you, Zeeks. Get our Mornay sauce melting here. Might need a whisk in this action a little bit. Get the crumbs in there. Get the lumps out. Thank you, Buns. Gifting some biddies too. Twitch's new marketing apparently working. Turn the heat down on that a bit. Bit more water in there. It still needs some more. It's still too thick. Making more Mornay sauce than we need here, chat. Yeah, and then we're going to add this cheese in there, so I'm going to have to add even more water in there to thin that out a bit. But we do want it about that thick. It was great last time, the thickness I got on it last time. And for this, it would be awesome if it was that thick, because it'll be almost like glue for that cornbread. I actually think a couple of these cake pops didn't turn out all that bad. Some of them are a complete disaster. Like, this thing is... I don't know how much that comes across on camera, how much of a disaster that cake pop is. Chef's first cake pop. Aw, chat, we had a first today. Yeah, that cheese is better melted. The problem with the roux, and why many more modern cooks don't like roux, and they'll avoid roux at all costs, if they're not streaming, is you gotta cook them for about 20 minutes, because that raw flour flavor is very much in the sauce until you cook it for a while. After you cook it a while, it sort of disappears. And you can tell right off when you're in a restaurant and they give you a cream sauce that they made with flour a la minute. Because it tastes just like flour. That's a tough one, Zeeks. Yeah. I mean, tastes like flour when it's supposed to taste like dark roux. Eek. Turn the heat down there perhaps a bit too low. That'll get us probably bubbling too hot again. Ooh. The real question here, chat, is this going to make the cornbread that's down here on the counter, is that going to make it onto this tray and then onto the serving dish? Yeah, that's pretty bad, Zeeks. That's along the lines of the local KFC that I never go to anymore. Not that I go out to really anywhere these days, but I really don't go to my local KFC because I have shown up there and they didn't have chicken. It was years ago at this point. But it made that much of an impact years ago that I haven't gone back. I've gotten other things from KFC, and I ordered it from a different store. Because we did KFC coleslaw. I don't remember if... I think KFC mac and cheese made the vote. I don't know if we used that or not. So we need to add some cheese to make this a Mornay sauce. I think I'm going to reserve the rest of this for on the sandwiches themselves. Let's turn that on max heat there. "24 hours. Yeah, there's going to be some cheese sauce left over tonight. There's a couple of unwrapped cake pops, too. That one landed there nicely. Okay, I didn't need to eat that. There was nothing wrong with it, but it was nothing but cornbread and frosting. I didn't need to eat that. In fact, we're gonna... It's cornbread and frosting. Of course it was delicious, it was just not very exciting. You see, I need the sprinkles to make it exciting for me, chat. That's why this one is a winner. Still working on some potential browning on our sauce here. Still not there yet. Not even the cheese sort of off on the edges is free-going yet. Was that from earlier when I messed up the first cornbread? Yes, I couldn't remember cornbread, chat. My brain was literally searching for the word. Actually searching for the word. Interesting. I don't know why chat Twitch doesn't show your own channel or your own channel in the listing on the left hand side. Like, I'm following myself, aren't I? How am I not following myself? I'm auto-subbed to myself. Nothing exciting happening outside. Just lots of weeds that I haven't gotten to. And a vine that's overgrowing. Oops. We've got some toasting action started here. So I am going to flip the tray around here. Got it starting to brown. There we go. Get my phone working so I can show chat this. And show off how dirty the front window to my toaster oven is. Thank you for the follow. You can get a ban for that, Buns. I don't care if you're giving me money. We don't need to be using words like that. Words like that. I'm gonna pull that out now. And it kept on. The source. Oopsies. Alright, so we have our base layer here of Gruyere, cornbread, and Mornay sauce. Hey Stellar Sama. I do a weekly challenge where chat votes in the Discord on an ingredient that I have to use on every Wednesday to make dinner and dessert. And so my challenge tonight is to use cornbread, both sweet and savory. And so I've made cornbread cake pops. I'm getting sprinkles in my salad. I've made cornbread croutons for my Caesar salad, and I'm working on making a cornbread croque madame. Is this gonna make it onto a plate, chat? Reminding myself now. Or I'm fixing this now. Allow past winners to the giveaway. That is now clicked. Am I going to toast the bread with the cheese? Not only am I going to toast the bread with the cheese, we're going to toast it like that. That should melt up rather quick, that close to the burner. I'm not going to try putting the phone over there again, Chad. I'm sorry. That's going to be too distracting from watching this. Cheese is starting to melt and fall. We are getting the occasional bubble already in the Mornay on top, which is like an inch from the heat source. Let's start heating up the pan over here for my egg. Zoom left. It's actually all the butter I needed there. I think it's turn the pan around time here. Yep, got some very light color on top here. Very, very light. It is melty, but not just starting to get a little brown. Thank you for the follows. That egg is cooking entirely too slow. I'm putting this processed meat away. I don't want it getting warm. Salt, pepper on our egg. heat off on the egg there. Most of my life. I went to college for it. Been working professionally for many years, and now I've been streaming for maybe 5 years here in a couple months. I started out over on the mixers though, that's why I don't have equivalent 5 years of Twitch love. Still got red dip on my counter. Yep, rip beam, rip faster than light streaming, which was not really faster than light, but was more up-to-date chat speed than Twitch. I don't think we're getting much more color than that on that without destroying it. Not a ton of color, but pretty close. Pretty close. I think that whole thing looks fire from the side here. Let's give Chad an angle view here of how this is looking for me. Yeah, it's falling apart, but are you eating a croque madame like it's a sandwich anyways? Phone, photos. Get out of here, NDI. No, go away. I need the camera. Maybe a small spoon. Still have some left over. You're supposed to mix it in, but I like putting it on top. It's more impressive. Put all the cheese on the top. Yeah, it's a little toasty. Those are two, right? I don't know if I have the gall for that one. Let's try this one. I sort of messed up on that one a little bit. Primarily tastes of sugar. Like tastes like sugar and maybe some butter. Getting ever so slight little bit of corn grit. Or that may be the sprinkles too. But yeah, this kids, that's why kids probably love them. They taste like sugar and butter. I don't know if I can really taste any red food coloring there at all. A little bit, maybe. It's certainly much better than the level of food coloring in, like, supermarket red food coloring sheet cake. Like, I'm sure you've had a piece or two with some of that blood red frosting. It just tastes like horrid. There we go. Salad didn't want to stab. Caesar salad's a good time. The one thing with cornbread croutons, I really like cornbread croutons, but when you use them, you have to use them with the thought in mind that even if they're not cornbread that's sweetened, like you used a really dry cornbread, the corn is still going to be sweeter than flour, so it's still going to be sweeter than bread. These are not actually overly sweet. Well, at least it's not going in the trash heaps. I mean, that's still a win, I think. So what do we think, chat? Did I get a passing grade for tonight? Before I go. Well, we've already got a new vote up in the Discord. If you want to have a say in next week's challenge, we've got cantaloupe versus eggplant. So you can have your say in what I have to use for dinner and dessert next week. Can't say I'm in love with either of those ideas. I don't like the idea of cantaloupe in dinner. And I'm just not a fan of eggplant. I'm into ladies. Well, actually, lately I haven't been into much of anyone. Alright, chat. It was lovely hanging out with you. But I do think it is going to be where I call it for the night. Alright, folks. Not going to raid out tonight. thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. We're going to be starting Pizza Week on Friday. Going to be doing pizzas all next 3 streams. I'm going to work in a Detroit style, and we're going to leave the other 2 sort of a secret. So we're going to have pizza here all next week. We're going to have 1920s week after that. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. I appreciate ya. Good night.